First, we need to log in with our AWS account or, if necessary, create a new one. Then, we must search for IPBRICK on the AWS Marketplace search bar. In this page, we can see all the information about the product, including all the resources and hyperlinks needed to its deploy. We need to subscribe the product to get access to it by clicking on Continue to subscribe. In here, we have the prices that we must pay to the seller for each type of software, which in this case is 0, because in here we only need to pay to the AWS for the resources used. After we accept the terms, we must wait a little before our subscription is accepted, which is shown when the button Continue to Configuration is available. When this happens, we also receive an email in the email address of our AWS account with useful information. After we click on the button, we will be redirected to the software configuration. In the first page, we must choose the fulfillment option, which in this case will be the CloudFormation template called IPBRICK OS New VPC. After choosing it, we will see new fields. Here, we must choose the software version. In this case, version 6.3 is already pre-selected, and the availability zone where we want to deploy our IPBRICK OS instance. When we finish, we must click on Continue to Launch, which will open a new page where we must choose the option Launch CloudFormation and then click Launch. It will redirect us to the CloudFormation platform where the right template is already chosen. Then, we must fill the necessary fields. Name our software. Choose the instance type that we want to use. We suggest that you use at least the T2 medium and select a key pair. We must have a key pair already created. If we don't have a key pair, we must go to the EC2 platform, create a new one, and download it. We only need to use this file if we have access to the IPBRICK OS console. But just in case, be sure to store it in a secure location because it is not downloadable again. And finally, the range is allowed for IPv4 and IPv6 on the security groups. Since we only need to use IPBRICK's firewall, which is already configured for all services, we must set these IP ranges to open the security group, the firewall of AWS. After this, we can proceed to the instance creation. We can check the progress of the resources creation. After waiting a few minutes, the main status changes from Create in Progress to Create Complete. This means that the instance and all the resources are created. Then we can access the EC2 platform and wait for the instance initialization to be completed. It takes around 15 minutes to have the machine accessible. After that time, we can access it by using the public IP address on our browser. When accessing for the first time, since the machine doesn't have a domain and certificates created yet, we must ignore this warning. We can access the provisioning page, where we must fill the fields with our information. Then, we must wait for the provisioning process to be completed. We will be notified through the email address that we have previously indicated. When this happens, we can access the IPBRICK OS interface through this link and log in using the password given. And then, we have our IPBRICK OS ready to use on AWS.